What's up, guys? D-Rock1992 here. For this next video, I'm going to be reviewing the movie Knocked Up, starring Seth Rogen and Katherine Heigl, the two main characters in this movie. Seth Rogen, I probably have mentioned this in other videos, but I'll mention it again. He's definitely one of my favorite comedians of all time. Of course, alongside Robin Williams, Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell. And Katherine Heigl I've had some experience with before. I saw her in the movie Killers with Ashton Kutcher. And then a lot of supporting characters who are Seth Rogen collaborators. They've collaborated with him on a lot of different movies. Jay Baruchel, Jonah Hill, James Franco, although his part is a little bitty cameo. Leslie Mann, Paul Rudd. Actually, an interesting note, Leslie Mann's husband is the director of the movie, Judd Apatow, who has directed a few different films with Seth Rogen and Leslie Mann in the films as well. And the guy's one of the best around today, definitely, Judd Apatow. This movie got a 90% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which to me definitely, for such a raunchy comedy, it has a pretty high review for a comedy that is pretty raunchy and things like that. Knocked Up is a pretty high. 90% is very high for a comedy like that. So I find that interesting, but I'll get more into how I like the movie later on. The plot of the movie, Knocked Up, is pretty much what you would expect. Katherine Heigl and Seth Rogen's characters get knocked up. Before they do, they highlight the careers of these two. Seth Rogen's character is a slacker. He has a porn website, basically. It's how fast he takes movies and he sees how fast that the actresses show their boobs, basically. That's pretty much what it is. And in the movie, he makes a lot of dick jokes and references weed and smokes it. It's pretty much what you will find in every single Seth Rogen film. That's what he's been known for pretty much his entire career. Katherine Heigl's character is this high-powered news reporter for the E! Network, and she's a career woman. She's the exact opposite of Rogen's character. So she's out celebrating. He's out celebrating. They meet each other. They get drunk. They have a one-night stand. And pretty soon afterwards, Heigl's character finds out that she is pregnant with Seth Rogen's baby. With Seth Rogen's character. So she's not sure about letting him know about the child at first, because Rogen's character is definitely a slacker. Well, actually, she lets him know and all that, and Rogen's character promises that he will be there for the baby no matter what, and he'll change some of his attitudes and stuff like that. And he tries, he gets some baby books that, in the film, at first he's accused of not reading, but I'll get more into that after. He proposes to Katherine Heigl's character, but he can't afford the ring, so he just proposes to her with the box, essentially. So there's a few things, and Heigl Heigl's character says no. So Rogen's character definitely tries, but eventually, as in all of these types of movies, types of comedies, romantic comedies, rom-com type stuff, they argue. They have a clash of differences. Rogen's character is seen as being really irresponsible. Heigl's character lets him know about that. And they really go their separate ways for a little bit, pretty much. And it's found out, and this is because of Paul Rudd and Leslie Mann's characters. They get into a marital disagreements and all that, and Leslie Mann's character thinks that Rudd's character is cheating on her. They go, the characters of Mann, Rogen, and Heigl, they go to this Rudd's character's friend's house, and they see if he's cheating or not. They go in, and lo and behold, he's not cheating, but he's doing a fantasy baseball tournament with all of his friends. And he definitely, he's surprised that she found out, and they get into an argument. Leslie Mann's character's like, why can't you trust me, and all the rom-com type deal, and they separate. And both of them, Rogen and Rudd's characters, they go to Las Vegas to kind of vent their frustrations, and pretty soon after that, they realize that they really need to reconcile with their wives. You know, they're the right people for them, and they go back to California is where it was set, where the movie's set, L.A., and so they go to L.A., but go back to L.A., and they reconcile with, well, first of all, Rudd's character reconciles with Mann's character. Paul Rudd and Leslie Mann, their characters are very important in a spin-off sequel, which I will be doing this in the next video. This is a spin-off sequel of Knocked Up. This is 40. Came out a couple of years ago. But anyway, they reconcile, and Seth Rogen and Heigl's characters, they take a little bit longer to reconcile, but Rogen proves to Heigl's character that he is very much ready to be a father, ready to take on the responsibilities of fatherhood. Because he read the baby books. It turns out he actually did read the baby books, and he did a whole bunch of other things in order to care for his child, in order to really be there. Time comes where Heigl's character gets pregnant. Rogen's character, needless to say, I believe in the movie, is late in getting there. And the baby comes. Eventually the baby comes, and it is happily ever after for Heigl and Rogen's characters. And they start the family. It's pretty much a happily ever after circumstance. And that's pretty much the movie itself. I really like this movie. When I watched it with a couple of friends a couple of days ago, and I really like the movie. I mean, Seth Rogen, just as funny as ever. I don't know if I've done a Seth Rogen movie yet. This might very well be the first one that I've done. But if I've done another Seth Rogen movie, please let me know. I can forget sometimes, but Seth Rogen did a good job. Katherine Heigl did a good job in her role. Everybody pretty much did their job. Did the job that pretty much everybody did a great job. And everybody Jay Baruchel, I mean, he normally plays a nerdy, awkward type of guy. He does it in this movie. Jonah Hill plays the awkward, says whatever is on his mind type guy. He does it in this movie. It really is a very good movie for everybody. And everybody does a great job in this film. There's no denying it. And I would have to give this a 5 out of 5 stars. It's just that good. Definitely very memorable. I would watch it over and over again, probably. It's absolutely memorable. I can see why they gave it 90% myself on Rotten Tomatoes. But that's it for the review. D-Rock 1992 out.